We use contacts. There are two contacts on the frontal lobe and two contacts on the occipital lobe that read information. There are also contacts above the ears and a middle one which provides a signal for comparison. By reading the data from both hemispheres, we measure the brain signals and find the commands that we need. This is the lab of Rostov scientists, where neurophysiologists, engineers, and programmers teach people with disabilities to print text on a tablet with the power of thought, and telekinesis has nothing to do with it. I imagine the letter, and it appears. Yes, that's right. Dmitry Stukhanosov is currently being calibrated, as they say. The device should remember the features of this person's brain. Dmitry needs to concentrate and constantly think about the letter he wants to print. The symbols are alternately displayed on the screen, and as soon as the desired one appears, the brain sends a signal, the electrodes capture it, the computer processes it, and the letter is printed. No mysticism. First, the program offers to choose the region where the desired letter is located. Then the specific letter is chosen. On the one hand, it seems that it can take a long time, but with a certain skill, a person quickly selects the region, then the letter, and moves on. For Dmitry, it's just an experiment. He is able to print text in the traditional way, but he has friends that are totally paralyzed who urgently need this development. I was assured that it was safe, so I had no fear. It was unusual because it was my first experience. For me, it's just like something new and unexpected, something like science fiction. The fact that a usual wheelchair can be moved with the same invisible force of thought is also something like science fiction. Yulia Moshov is trying to understand what is happening. The girl was injured back in her childhood. She can hardly remember what the freedom of movement is. But now it takes just a thought to make the wheelchair start moving. Confusion. It's hard to realize who is in control, me or somebody else. But it turns out that it's me, and I just don't get it. But it's awesome. Thinking is working. Electrodes read the brain activity. The computer converts it into commands and communicates wirelessly via Bluetooth to the wheelchair remote control. Such technologies will be useful for people with a neck or back injury or those who simply find it uncomfortable to operate a wheelchair. These are the same commands, only we do not use natural muscular channels, which in some cases can simply be turned off as a result of damage, injury, or surgery. This can happen. For instance, well-known English theorist Stephen Hawking communicates via a computer speech synthesizer. Most of the muscles in his body are paralyzed and only the cheeks remain mobile. The sensor on the glasses catches the movement, and the same sensor controls the computer keyboard, which operates the voice synthesizer. If a person is disabled, they must concentrate on the things that they are able to do rather than regret about what they can't. At 75, Hawkins still pursues an active lifestyle. He is engaged in science, makes presentations, and is also going to fly into space as part of the tourist suborbital flights program. For Yulia, the neural interface is a way to gain independence, as she does not go out without relatives or friends. You can get out of the house if there is a good ramp, and you can go far on the electric wheelchair with the power of thought. It's great. It's movement across the city without any help. Complete independence. You can go anywhere you want at any time. So far, the authors of some high-tech inventions are driven by enthusiasm, believing that their development can be useful to people with disabilities.